There is not an honest fucking thing about conformity. You know, as children, we get told, tell the truth, always tell the truth. And so as kids, usually we're like, okay, until we learn that it's not safe to tell the truth. Then we learn, tell people what they want to hear. And otherwise, just conform. And there's not an honest thing about conformity. It just kind of says, this part of you is unacceptable, get rid of it. This part of you is unacceptable, get rid of it. So on and so on, sometimes in traumatic ways, sometimes in punishing ways. This part of you is not acceptable, get rid of it. But we can't get rid of it, it's who we are. And so we become fragmented. And those fragments get relegated to the shadow realm. And those shadow realm parts of us, it's just mostly our inner child or just different aspects of our being, they're hiding in the darkness, they're hiding in the shadows. And they do seek reflection, they do seek light, they do seek validation. And a lot of times they seek in ways that are disapproving, that we are taught not to approve of. And so, you know, like they talk about in the Four Agreements, we become self-domesticating and we learn to deny parts of ourselves, reject parts of ourselves, criticize ourselves, even punish ourselves. And we push it back into the shadow realm. But there's not an honest fucking thing about conformity. And so when we can come to the recognition, if I have to put on a facade in order for these people to accept me, let's cut to the chase. They don't accept me. So they can fuck off kindly, with love. And I'm gonna keep being me. I'm gonna learn about me. And then when you make a commitment to yourself, to learn about you, to heal yourself, to integrate all those pieces and parts, those fragments back into your wholeness, you start to find your voice again. You learn to love yourself. A really way of doing that is keeping a journal with you. And again, it's a commitment, because so much of this self-rejection, self-criticism, it's so normalized. We don't even recognize when we're doing it so often. We don't even recognize the vibrational frequency we're operating in. And, you know, by no means have I mastered this. I just channel a lot. And then after a while, the same messages come through and I'm like, oh yeah, me too. So, you know, I'm on the journey too. But if you can keep a journal with you and make a commitment to recognize anytime you cringe, you know, anytime you go into self-criticism or self-rejection, and a lot of times it is like a cringe, to be like, wait, I'm having a physical response to something, and write it down, you know. What is the thing? What happened? Sometimes that part of you will get your attention by being an asshole or something. And you know, you're an asshole to someone and right away you push away, that wasn't me, or that wasn't my fault. But if you can be like, yeah, that was me. All right, asshole part of me, you've got my attention. What do you want to say? And you open up a dialogue with your inner being. You open up a dialogue. You shine a light into the shadows. And you give that part of yourself permission to speak. And you know, you can ask yourself questions like, what was the thing? What was my reaction to it? What are my beliefs about this? And you know, no filters, just allow yourself to write. But at times you can ask yourself, is this really what I believe? Or is this what I was told I must believe? What would I choose to believe about this if I felt like I had a choice? And once you identify those things, then you start to recognize what you actually believe and what you were taught to fear not believing. And it brings your empowerment, you know, right into here. And it brings empowerment to here too. Brings empowerment to the fullness of who you are. So that's all I have to say for today. Peace and love, y'all.